Let's talk about selling in the DMs. Welcome to day 10. I was going to do a whole video. I still will do a video on sales. But, today I'm just minding my own business and I've got people sliding in my DMs trying to sell whatever it is that they're doing, which I'm not mad about because you have to tell people what you're doing, right? You're promoting yourself. These are people building a business, which I am too. All for it. But here's the thing, guys. Everybody is selling something. I can't tell you how many DMs I get with someone just reaching out like, hey, do you need this? Do you need that? It's overwhelming. It's annoying. It's to the point where it's just turns me off. And I have nothing against people selling because I used to do sales. And I'm not one of those people who thinks, oh, salespeople, they're so cringy and scammy and skeevy. I'm all for it. If you can sell, you can make a lot of money. You're selling yourself every day. Anytime you propose or you ask someone out or you apply for a job or you start a business, you're selling. Okay. So here's some tips for selling. Set yourself apart. Okay. Anytime that I've ever tried to sell my services, applied for a job, or asked someone out, I do my research. I'm going to research everything I can about this person or this company before even reaching out to them. To one, see if is it even going to be a good fit? And two, how can I position myself to better serve this person as opposed to the other 99 people that are, trying to reach out to them. So do your research. What are they doing? Where are they at in their journey? For example, I just started on YouTube. I had a video editor reach out to me and ask for editing. And I was like, absolutely, perfect. Tell me what you got. Asked him a few questions and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what I do. This is how much I charge. Instantly, I was like, nope, not interested. He was asking me questions that showed me he didn't do any research. He was like, oh, I saw your content and it's really... Battery died. Sorry, I'm back. So he started asking me questions that if he had looked at my content, he would have already had the answers to. He was like, oh yeah, I saw your social media and it was good, but I think you could do this better. But then asking me questions like, oh, how long have you been doing videos? Oh, do you have an online course for sale? Oh, this, that. And I'm like, he was trying to sell me basically $500 for a YouTube video edit. And I'm sitting here thinking, you don't know anything about me. You didn't do any research. And you're not positioning yourself for what I need. And usually in the past, I have people all the time that are like, let me help you grow your course and let me help you grow your business and whatever. And I just ignore them, honestly. Some of them are being very genuine, but it's again, everyone's selling something. They didn't try and build any kind of connection. So, but this time I was like, you know what? I looked at his social media. I looked at his website. He's good at what he does. There's high demand for what he does. He says he's passionate about what he does. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to help this guy. That's what my business is about. I'm trying to help business owners. So I gave him a bunch of tips. So I'm going to share those with you. So I already mentioned, do your research. Figure out where they're at in their journey. Have they just started? Or are they way in and you know that they're ready to scale? Find out who they are, where they're located. Have answers to your questions. Show that you did your research and that you care about helping this person, right? Do not send a mass generic message to all these people. Show that you're talking to me, not everyone, right? I know the game. I've done sales. I've been in the DMs. I have, done it all. So I'm even more hypercritical than someone who doesn't understand sales. So those are things that I'm going to be looking for as a business owner. Do you give a shit about what you're doing or what you're selling? Do you know anything about me? Or are you just mass trying to reach out and see who responds? Because that's not going to work for me. What else? Okay, so one, I mentioned there was no trust being built. People are just like, oh, let me help you with this. What are you doing that with that? No. Build rapport, build trust. People buy from people that they know, like, and trust. Build a rapport. Ask about this person. Talk about their business. Again, show that you did research. What did you connect with? That kind of stuff. And then find pain points. Figure out, instead of being selling your services, you need to get the person, your potential client, to sell themselves on what it is that they need. So you find pain points. What kind of problems are they having? Are they spending too much time? Do they not understand how to do something? Are they not getting enough engagement? It depends on the situation, what the problem is, right? Are they not reaching their goals? You have to figure out what their pain points are, what problems are they having, right? And then build the gap to where they want to get, and get them to sell themselves on the idea that your services or your product is the solution to their problems. People believe 0% of what you tell them and 100% of what they tell themselves. So if you sit there and tell me, like, you lead them on this journey of like, okay, well, you're really struggling because you are spending way too much time editing your videos, or you're spending way too much money on the current video editor that you have, or you're not getting enough engagement. And the more engagement means the more sales of your course, right? So you're like building that up and then figuring out, how do you get to that point you want to get? Oh, I want to have 100,000 followers. Oh, I want to have 100 people on my wait list come July 1st. I want to be making X amount of money a month, and having more views, having better quality videos is going to help me get to that point, right? Okay. And then you also need to qualify the person. Can they make the decision on their own? Are they married? Do they have to talk to their business consultant? Do they have to talk to their accountant? Do they have to talk to their spiritual advisor? Do they have to talk to their goldfish before they can make the decision? Or are they the decision maker? Because you can walk them through this whole process, but if they're like, oh, sorry, I have to talk to my husband to see if I can spend, $3,000 on this course, then you can't sell them, right? And then you need to qualify their finances. Can I afford you? Don't start throwing prices at me if, one, I'm not sold on what you're selling, okay? Because then why are we even talking about price? I need to see the value of a product before I'm going to buy something. And then, can I afford it? Do I have the money? Do I have access to resources like loans or credit? What do my finances look like? Before you start throwing out random freaking prices like $500 a YouTube video. So, benefits over features. There is no difference between a Toyota Camry and a Ferrari. It's a car. It's got doors. It's got a windshield. It's got tires. It's going to get you from A to B. It's the same thing. It's the same features. What you're selling is the benefits. You're selling the emotions. How do you feel when you drive that Ferrari? Do you feel confident? Do you feel like everyone's looking at you? Do you feel like you have status? That's what you're paying for when you buy a Ferrari. You're buying speed. You're buying confidence. You're buying status. You're buying people looking at you, right? There's no difference between the purse that you buy at Ross or a Louis Vuitton. Again, you're buying status, class, quality, that feeling, that So that's why you find the pain points, because you're selling a solution. It's called solution selling. That's why I was so good in B2B sales, because I wasn't selling people and cutting people off and trying to make money. I was being empathetic. I was letting them talk. You get them to just open up and spill just all their problems, and then you give them a solution to the problem. Again, that's a good business. I talk about it in my Business 101 video. You want to reduce pain. You want to solve problems, save money, save time, get to your goals faster. Yeah, that's what I have. I'll do a whole separate video on sales, but that is just some touching points. If you're selling your services, you're selling a program, you're selling in the DMs, you're selling whatever. Those are just some very basic touch points on sales. Stop just blowing people up and cold DMing and acting like everyone else, because you need to set yourself apart from the competition. Okay? Thank you. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. See you next time. On today's episode of I'm going to start taking my own advice. Okay, two things. One, I get distracted by notifications on social media. I check them, and then I'm responding to comments and DMs, and then I'm scrolling, and I know everyone goes through this. So what I'm doing is turning off notifications. I didn't want to do that before because I felt guilty about it, because I wanted to make sure I was responding right away, and I communicate with people through Instagram in the DMs and other social platforms. Obviously, I don't want to miss anything, but I'm now to save time, so that way I'm not getting interrupted throughout my day and I'm not on social media more than I need to be. All notifications are off, and then scheduling a block 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening to go through and check everything, respond to everything. And then same thing for emails. I spend way too much time reading emails, and then honestly I don't even read the full email, and then I forget about it, and then I got to get back to it. So no, we're not doing that anymore. With social media in the morning and the evenings, that's also for emails. And then part 2 of taking my own advice, I'm now batching and pre-editing content, so I'm not doing it every day. This last week, I was so bogged down with editing YouTube videos that I let my short form and social media videos and pictures and content fall flat. I think maybe I posted once this week. So now, on the weekends, I am doing all my editing and scheduling. Highly recommend HypeFury. I will link down below, 50% off if you sign up using my link. Not only can you schedule on multiple platforms, I can do my LinkedIn and my X account, Instagram. There's a lot. So you can set which ones you want it to post on. So for one post, you can have it hit all your social media platforms, but also there's autoresponders. So you can set it to boost engagement, just comment. So like, let's say after I get 5 likes, I'm going to comment. I personally like to comment myself and respond to people, but for certain things, obviously I can have like AI or a program do it. So for example, it's not just responding to all the comments, but to say like, after 10 likes, tell people, hey, if you really like this, then you would like my newsletter, and starting push people on my newsletter, because right now I think I have like 26 subscribers on Substack. It's my lowest audience out of all my platforms. So please go follow my weekly newsletter. I post right now every Sunday morning. You will get an email straight to you'll get a whatever, you know what I'm saying. You'll get an email every Sunday, or if you're on the Substack app, then you will get it there as well. I only have a free version right now. I am working on an upgraded paid version, and so I'm trying to get more people over there. So HypeFury can help you do that. I used to use ManyChat as well. It's really good for sending links to people in the DMs or in your stories. So you always see people say, oh, comment cheeseburger, and then you'll get a DM saying whatever, the PDF that you signed up for, or a link to my favorite wardrobe. My brain's not working today, guys. I'm really sorry. Just stick with me. So yeah, those are the pieces of advice that I tell people that I'm now following. Batching content, scheduling content, use ManyChat, use HypeFury. Those are great tools. And then turning off notifications so I'm not on social media as much, but I still won't miss anything because I'll have scheduled time block to be able to respond, check everything. Yeah.